So today we're talking about solving by substitution part 2. Okay, so we're adding that first step in. But first things first, what's a system of equations? A collection of one or more equations. I think that's the 5th time we've wrote that now. All right, and then solutions. The point that makes both equations true. I mean, you're close. All right. So our steps today, we're just adding that solve the equation for x or y, and then we do what we did on Thursday, Friday. So you substitute that equation in, then you find the first variable, substitute that first variable into your second equation, find the second variable, and write it as an ordered pair. Don't forget that's x, comma, y. All right, so we're going to practice solving for x or y first. So in this one, which one's easiest to get alone? The x, because it's alone already, right? There's nothing in front of it. So how would we move that minus 2y? Good. So we get x equals 2y plus 1. Okay, I'll do one more together and then I'm going to make you do the other ones. This one, which one's easiest to get alone? Y. The y. So we have to move this 3x to minus, so we add it to both sides. We get y equals 3x plus 4. Okay, you guys do the next two, and then I'll put it on the board. This one, which was easiest to solve for? The y, so we have to move that minus x by adding x. So we get y equals x minus 3. Okay, next one. Which one's easier to solve for? Y. Either one, right? So if you solve for y, we would subtract the x, and we get y equals negative x plus 17. Okay, if you solve for x, you would have subtracted the y and gotten x equals negative y plus 17. Either way is correct. It does not matter which way you did it. So, on this back one, which one's easier to solve for? Is it the top equation or the bottom equation, first of all? The top. Which one's alone? Yeah. So we're going to solve this top equation. So I'm going to drop it down here so I can write my work out. We have to move the 4x. It's positive, so we subtract the 4x to both sides. So we get y equals, and then we just write them side by side because 4x and negative 3 are not like terms. So we do minus 4x minus 3, or negative 4x minus 3. Okay, so that's solved for y. Now we have to take that and substitute it into the other equation. So I'm going to take this negative 4x minus 3, and we're going to substitute it in for y because that's what it's solved for. So we get 2x plus 2, and then in parentheses, your negative 4x minus 3. And then keep going with that equation equals negative 12. Okay, so the only thing that changed was we substituted it in for that y. Okay, so first step, we have to distribute. So we're still left with this 2x here. We're just going to drop that down. What is 2 times negative 4x? Negative 8. Yep, negative 8x. And then 2 times negative 3 is Negative 6. You got it. Equals negative 12. Okay, do we have any like terms? Yeah, the x's. What's 2x minus 8x? Yep. I almost gave you the answer. And then we drop down that minus 6 equals negative 12. Okay, now we have a two-step. You got it. We add 6 first to get rid of that negative 6. We get negative 6x equals negative 6. And then we divide. We get x equals 1. Okay. Then our last step, we have x. So now we have to find our y. Okay. So we're going to plug it into that other equation. Okay. So we have y equals right here, what we solved for earlier. So we do y equals negative 4. And then instead of x, we plug in our x value. And then minus 3. So our x value is 1. So negative 4, parentheses 1, minus 3. Well, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, minus 3. We would get negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. So our answer is 1, negative 7. That's our solution. Any questions on that? Okay. Alright. On this one, is the first or second equation easier to solve for a variable? The second equation. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. So, x in the second equation, what do we have to do to get rid of the y? Minus the 2y. So I'm going to put minus 2y, minus 2y. We have x equals negative 2y plus 15. Okay, now that we've solved for x, we have to plug it into our other equation. So that first top equation, we're going to plug in for x up there. So instead of x, we're putting negative 2y plus 15. And then minus 3y stays the same and equals 2 stays the same. Alright, so we have to distribute first. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4y. 2 times 15 is 30. And then we drop everything else down. Minus 3y equals 2. Alright, do we have any like terms? The y's. So we got negative 4y minus 3y. That gives us negative 7y plus 30 equals 2. Okay, then we subtract. We get negative 7y equals, what's 2 minus 30? Good. And lastly, we divide. And we get y equals positive 4. Perfect. Okay, now we have to plug into that equation where we solve for x. We're going to plug in for y. So we get x equals negative 2. And then instead of y, we're plugging in 4 and plus 15. So negative 2 times 4 is negative 8 plus 15. Then negative 8 plus 15 is 7. So what is our ordered pair then? 7, 4. X then Y. Alright, goodbye recording.